I lost my train of thought. In this episode, we're going to be talking about some more FIFA 20 action. EPL is back next Wednesday. Are you kidding me? La Liga is back today. We're going to be talking all about that, including a very special guest on the show, a recurring character. Right, Louis?
It's called VAR, a.k.a. what?
A.k.a. Bastard. Check it out.
That guy. Nobody likes that guy.
Hey, there's soccer fans. Are you kidding me? Another episode of Soccer Stupid, the soccer podcast, episode 52. We're so sorry. We are
52.
so sorry. We are
Cinco
so sorry. Cinco McDose.
Dope.
McDose. McDose.
Like McDonald's?
I'm still learning Spanish. Hey, so what do you think about some special growth on my face?
Dude,
here?
We've heard a different version of your whole face. Some people think you look like Super Mario, right? Some people think you look like who was the other guy that they said Super Mario?
Escobar. I get
Escobar.
Folks who are just listening, I shaved my quarantine beard, which was the longest I've ever grown it.
How disappointing. I kept mine because he forced me to keep it on growing. And he's like, hey man, we gotta grow our beard, man. And now he's completely shaved. Look at me. Look at this. And actually, I saw you last Sunday, and actually, thank you for the piano.
Oh,
they're like ding 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 ding.
Yeah, I want your kids to become Mozart and Bach as a little El Salvadorian Russian Bach. I think that'd be fantastic.
You know, it's probably gonna be the Russian side taking over the piano thing, because El Salvadorians will probably do something different.
They just start kicking soccer balls at it.
We just want to reproduce. What we love to do is reproduce, João.
Going back to my mustache, I like to twirl it. I think it's a perfectly twirl. This is like a serious. Folks who are just listening, this is a serious stash, dude. This is narcos stuff.
Yeah, that's thick, bro. That is thick. You could like plant stuff in there and grow like it's like a very fermented or like.
My family absolutely hates it. I told you, and I can't post it because my wife will never let me post any photos, any videos of her. And I had finished shaving. I only shaved because California, that's where we're from.
That's a dead body over there, by the way.
Oh, that is a dead body. Hold on. I'm not making a phone call about any other.
Don't call ICE, please. Don't call ICE. Don't call ICE. Anything you do. I'm sorry, bro. So you're saying about your wife?
I was shaving, yeah. So and I shaved it as I was just kind of, we're going to phase 3, and I kind of bored my face, and so I had to change it up a little bit. And I shaved, and then I walked out to the living room, but I recorded my. I had my phone videotaping them, in the living room. And I'm like, what do you guys think of my new mustache or my new face? And my daughter was like, ah! She freaked out. She's like, I hate it! My wife's like, no! And the funniest thing, so I have it on video, but I can't share it. I can share it with you. But the funniest thing
I'll share it with the guys, though.
That's fine. Yeah. But the funniest thing is, after some contemplation, my wife was like, this was Monday night. My wife was like, oh my God, you're going to have that mustache until Thursday, aren't you? Because she knows we record on Thursdays. And I was like, you bet I am. Oh. But yeah, I get some Mario. I get Mario a lot. It's me, Mario. And I get a lot of, but I also get the, whose name I can't think of right now, the Brazilian actor who played Pablo Escobar on Narcos. I get that.
Oh yeah, I don't know his name. Carlos João Oliveira.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. But it's fantastic. But I do believe that it gone after today. I can't handle it. I feel too strange walking around the neighborhood. Like when I walk my dog, and I'm like, "Hello, neighbor."
They're like, what is he planning?
What is he planning exactly?
Planning?
And the plans are in my mustache.
Woo.
All right, enough about my mustache. We got some very exciting news. I mean, like it's all coming back, man. Like we don't just, and we're gonna make a lot of people mad, but we don't have to just watch Bundesliga anymore. We got some La Liga action happening today. Sevilla and whoever else can't remember. Welcome to Soccer Stupid. But then next week, EPL is back. And the first game is right. Manchester City. That's you guys, huh? Yes. And I hope they lose. But we can go back to like this banter where I can pray to the soccer gods that Pep is crying at each end of the game, and you can go back to same thing, getting upset anytime Klopp hugs somebody. It's all coming back. It's very exciting.
Well, I don't think there's enough games for Manchester City to do any damage as far as like catching up to Liverpool or so. I mean, I don't even see the point of actually the EPL coming back. They should just give the trophy to Liverpool, because there's no way Liverpool is going to self-destruct and they're going to lose this title. It should be given.
Yeah. So yeah, but still, it's I agree. But it's also nice to get the games in and see them play again, right? So Manchester City versus Arsenal, 12:15 p.m. PST. But first game after quarantine. Aston Villa versus Sheffield United. It's all very exciting. I mean, I just can't believe I'm looking at. I don't know if a lot of people who are Soccer fans use this app. It's the live. What's the live soccer TV app? Well, you can't see it was my virtual background, but it's the live soccer TV app, and it's wonderful.
That's a good app, But we've been betrayed a few times. We're like, wait, the score was what? And then you look somewhere else, and it's
completely different. But mainly, I would say 98.9.
No, just give it 90. Don't give it 98. 98 is almost perfect.
Well,
we had our differences.
Fine. For me, it's like my Soccer Bible. Like I would literally like the first thing. I'm not even kidding. When my eyes open up for the first time in the morning, I would go over to my phone and I would click on it just to make sure I was on the up and up on the games that were happening that day. So for me, it's wonderful. But I'm very excited. You bastard. And then MLS is coming back. So I got an email from LAFC.
What?
Yeah. Because I'm an original member.
So wait, the question for you, Joao, is what are the new rules as far as like going to a game? Is it the same as before, where like, the crowd is gonna be there, or are they taking measurements, in order to keep people safe from the virus? Did you get anything from them?
Yeah, they sent me a bunch of emails which I never read. But I do know that they are coming back with the games, and they are going to be stadium or audience-less games, and they're doing something different where they're playing sort of these special champion games before they Cups before they bring the season back. But they're not going to fill the stadium up with people. Is that sad?
First 20 that call in, they get to go in. Everybody else can watch from home.
I know.
I'm everybody else.
I can't wait. Like I was, once in a while I'll get like a Facebook memory, and it'll be like me holding a beer up and towards the stadium. You know what I mean? And with the cheers, and I'm like, I missed that. Yeah, I missed that crowd. I missed the excitement of it all.
Wait, this is out of point because it doesn't make sense. But Daniel, right? He's one of our good friends, and he's a big LAFC guy. I actually got to play him in Soccer 20. We're gonna talk more about that later. But just want to say that dude beat me with freaking LAFC, and I was playing Barca, bro. I was like, this is the time I quit. This is when I retired.
Rage quit. So here's an email I got from MLS. Major League Soccer announced that the leagues plan to restart the 2020 season with all 26 MLS clubs competing in the MLS is Back tournament at the ESPN Wide World of Sports complex at the Walt Disney World Resort beginning July 8th. Ooh. So, and all the group stages will count the MLS regular season standing in the tournament. And I got a very exciting email that they're going to start charging me again.
So wait, so what you're saying is that there will be fans in there?
You know, I don't think so. I mean, maybe
because if you're going to get charged, that means you have to show up, right?
Well, I don't know. You know, I gotta go through all my emails. Just too much work.
You can't be charged.
I need somebody to send
showing
me,
up.
I need somebody to read my emails for me.
Daniel. I volunteer Daniel.
Have him join.
Listen, Daniel is on top of this whole LFC thing more than
true.
I am or you.
Yeah, that's very true.
Hey, Daniel, you want a job that doesn't pay? You can come and check us out, brother.
we did just fire VAR. we haven't heard that interview yet, but he no longer works at Soccer Stupid.
That's breaking news. I didn't know that.
It's breaking news. Hey, I want to talk about something serious for a second.
Do it.
You excited? You know, the country is sort of in a funky place right now, and I don't want to. You know, I know we were silly, and which I think, you know, in times it's kind of turmoil, that it's important to have laughter and be goofy and, you know, still have a good time. But I don't, you know, it does affect us, and we see these images on TV, and, you know, it's really kind of hard to watch. And we have friends who are Black, and we have friends who, you know, this is affecting more than some of our other friends. But, you know, we do strongly, you know, support Black Lives Matters. And I think Louis, out of all people, you know, really disagrees with it all. And it's with the police. Louis, why don't you tell us about it?
I've been arrested a few times.
This is the setup. This is like the setup where I had you, like, I set you up to, like, you hated, like, all women.
now I hate all policemen, right?
Really, you should hate me for setting you up.
I was not expecting this, but if we go that route, talk about this.
But I do want to. So my wife actually sent me something that I found kind of interesting. This is why I'm kind of bringing this up too. That, you know, a lot of people out there are looking at the protesters and going, you know, why protest? It doesn't do anything. You know, just to rattle off some of the things that the recent protests have done. You know, within 10 days of the protest, Minneapolis has banned the use of chokeholds. Charges for the cops have gone up. Yeah, Dallas adopts a duty to intervene rule that requires officers to stop other cops who are engaging in inappropriate use of force. New Jersey's Attorney General said that the state will update its use of force guidelines for the first time in 2 decades. In Maryland, a bipartisan work group of state lawmakers announced a police reform, and it just goes on. Los Angeles, in our hometown, introduced a motion to reduce LAPD's $1.8 billion operating budget. I mean, the list just goes on and on and on. And this is just for all the work that I can't see is my virtual background.
Right.
But I was going to say,
you know, the root of the problem may not be the police, you know, department. You have to, like, invest in the communities, right? You gotta make the communities better, more, you know, more education, more, like, you know, more jobs for these people. Like, and that's the problem that we have right now. The focus is in one place, and sometimes, you know, you gotta look at the root of the problem. If you had better education for kids, you know, better jobs for kids, we wouldn't have this many like issues. But, you know, it is, it's a difficult situation for a lot of people, and
Very
we
difficult.
hope that everybody
It's a tough
everybody
conversation.
ends up in a good place, you know. And yeah, it's not easy to to change, to reform a culture,
Yeah.
right? It's a culture, and you have to change it, and it takes a lot of initiatives and a lot of steps to get to where you want to be. Somebody said that, like somebody said on TV, like, it's not gonna be, the change is not gonna happen now, but this is a start. This is a
Oh
start
yeah.
to a better future. So it takes
Yeah.
time, but hopefully we can have, the right leaders to accomplish this and have a better, you know, Mario.
It's
We can have
me.
Mario.
I was pointing to myself on the leadership thing, but I agree with everything you're saying. It's we're not going to solve it here, and definitely not going to solve it at Soccer Stupid, the soccer podcast. We're definitely not the people who have are going to be the change makers. But it does. But it's like it is almost like 20 years, 10 years of change in like a week. It's funny how like nothing can happen for so long, and then everything happens in 1 week, and the world is just the Earth. Everybody is up in arms about this. I
Well,
think
the
it's great.
problem is that we forget rather quickly, right? When Don King happened. I mean, what's his name? Back in the day, '92,
Yeah, Rodney King.
Rodney King. That happened. There were some changes that were made, but eventually, that people forget,
Yeah,
and you go back to the
there
same.
was and there was an uprising then, but there wasn't anything like that.
Yeah.
This is global, and I think that it's
Well,
it's it's, it's really interesting to see.
yeah, it's a great thing that now even in UK, England, and you have Greece, and you have all these other
Italy,
countries
yeah,
like Italy getting
even
involved,
Iran.
because you know what, that tells you that not there's not African people in America, right? There's African people in different countries that are also facing the same problems. But this is the time where they're like, hey, this is the time we gotta step in. You know what? In a way, it's perfect timing because of the whole coronavirus. Even though coronavirus is still happening, but a lot of these people don't have work. They don't have jobs. So now you have the time to actually protest and be out on the streets, and ask for equal rights, because they don't have other like they have to be at work, you can't show up. So
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
now it's been like great when people are just like, you know what, let's do it. I mean, and
Yeah,
it's all racist. It's not just black people out there. We're talking about like all minorities, and even you know um the whites.
you and I got we got some pigment going. We got some
you
pigment.
know you know
Have you
this
have
is
you
yeah.
have you ever been racially profiled in your life?
I don't know. I don't think so. As far as
Really?
cops go, I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Or
I
cops
mean,
or people.
I, well, we're not gonna go over my
It,
story because
it, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, the only job you can get is selling oranges on the street, so there must be some sort of profiling going on there.
they're like, here's an extra $1. Go make
Where do you
more
get
oranges. No,
where do you get these
I don't make them.
oranges?
I don't make them.
Oh
They
my
actually
God.
grow.
All right, let's get back to Goofy. Let's get back to goofiness. So we talked about EPL. We talked about MLS. It's all coming back. Which
La
means
Liga.
Liga, I can say that again, is coming back, and it shows. I'm feeling the vibe. I'm feeling like it's all coming back, right?
Do it.
And then what won't go away, and which never gone away, and which has actually kind of increased with the stay-at-home orders, is our FIFA 20 play. And we have somebody on the show that is a FIFA 20 master, and he's been on the show several
We should
times.
get that. We should get the cops on this guy.
I'm calling right now. He's been on the show as VAR, right? And initially, when we had him on the show, he was going to be the guy when you and I have a problem where we can't remember names, we can't remember when games played, we can't remember sometimes when which teams they were, the score line. So VAR's job on the show was to jump in when we couldn't remember something, do the research, and then tell us, you know, what the answer is, right? And something like that. And he hasn't been on the show that often, so we had him on as a guest today because our interview for this show couldn't make it last minute. So thank you very much, VAR, for being on the show, and he gives us some tips on the
FIFA. Yeah, we wanted to pick his brains. You know, wanted to see what makes him better.
Yeah,
you and I.
Mostly me. Why don't you check it out? Wow, look at this! Look at this. Are we honored, Anthony? Are we honored? We got VAR. We got VAR.
I'm back.
AKA Anthony.
I'm back.
Which is your baby brother, Luis, on the show.
He used to be. After all these beatings, we're no longer brothers, man.
Let's talk about the beat.
He can be your brother. He can be your brother.
Anthony, first, thanks for filling in. Because we do not have a interview this week.
Oh, you're welcome. I thought it was part of the show, but
well, and for the viewers who are listening, we're firing you after this. Don't cry. Where's the tears? Where's the tears? Oh, there's the tears. There's the tears. Okay, so let's go. Let's talk about the beatings, right? So there have been some beatings, and by beatings we mean FIFA 20. And my first question to you, Anthony, is how do you do it? How do you do it? So when I play you, you know, we had an insane game the other day where I struck blood. I think it was like 4-2. And that whole time I'm like, and that was like the first half, and I'm like, I got this.
Yeah,
I got this.
It was 4-2,
and then the game ended 6-4. And you kept.
I scored 4 goals in a row.
But you keep doing these I keep saying like you got to show us how to do this. You keep doing these like from far finesse shots that always go in. And that's really the ticket. So like my 4 goals were like hard won. I had to like pass. Yeah, and it was
like a lot of hard work.
Yeah,
and
bending.
He just came.
Yeah.
Your thumbs have like calluses now.
My thumbs have blisters on them, but like
this one is really sore right now.
Yeah.
I think it's because I played this guy.
Yeah, and it's a lot of pass, a lot of thinking, and then you just like push button, ball in, like. Explain to us what your secret is, please.
It's funny because that game I was so frustrated because you were beating me, and then the first thing you do, you score a goal, you send a message, Anthony's killing me, haha, he's killing me. So and I'm like, oh man, this guy's beating me, whatever. And then you scored another one, 2-0, and you're like, haha, I'm getting killed. I was like, oh man, all right. So then you scored. I think I scored 2-1, and then you sent another message like mocking me. I'm like, all right, whatever. This guy, I'm like. I had my headset on, talking to you, listening to the game. I'm like, you know what? That's it. My headset's coming off. I take it off. I'm gonna play you like I play online against these other people. And then I was like full concentration mode, and I was like, I gotta beat this guy. And then I ended up scoring 4 goals in a row and beating.
What's the secret though? Can you share with us the secret? What do you do? How are you getting these goals?
I just do these little.
No.
I mean, Messi can shoot from far away and finesse it. So as long as he's he's like maybe 2 feet behind the square, then I know he has a chance to make it.
Luis is taking notes right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the thing is, like, Lewis knows what I do now when I play against him. So he's like, that's what he tries to defend against me when I play. He's like, nope, you're going this way, you're going this way, you're going this way.
Hey, Anthony, question for you before you move on. Who frustrates you more, Joao or me? Who's the one that gets you more like, oh?
Joao, because Joao talks smack when he makes a goal.
I have to, because I feel like it is getting to you a little bit, and now that I know what it is, I'm gonna.
Look at Lewis, he froze.
Wait,
everybody's frozen for me.
That was great. That was actually pretty fantastic. You frozen in like this laugh. You're like Han Solo in the when he gets the frozen.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just one button. I've explained it to you.
See, that's maddening to me. It's like it's just a button. I just push a button, or I'm like,
I just hold.
How does he do it? How does he do it? I've tried it before. You know what I mean? It's not like I haven't tried, and the ball doesn't do the things that it does.
You just hold R1.
It doesn't go in the net.
You just hold the finesse button, which is R1, and then shoot with circle.
Is R1 the one, the first button on the top right?
Yeah, right.
Correct.
I work, and that's the thing is like when I'm playing these games, one, I'm much better. I don't know what it is, and we've talked about this on the pod. I play better against people I don't know online. I don't know what it is, and I'm
Me too.
suddenly I win games like I still get destroyed sometimes, but I play I win games where it's like 3-0, and then when I play against you guys, it's just like I fall apart. Even like when I'm playing Louis, and I'm like, oh, I know I got this, and he scores and scores. How does that happen?
Excuse me.
And don't worry, you're not on a podcast or anything. So sneeze and cough, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So how does Louis beat you in FIFA 20? Is it a brother? You're scared of your big brother?
Yeah, because I know he gets mad.
You take it easy. You're like, I don't want.
I'm playing against him, and I hear him getting frustrated in the control. I hear him like smacking the control on the table. I'm like, man, this guy's getting really mad when I'm playing him. Like I hear he's like, kick the ball out, and I hear him like smack the control.
Dude, like Anthony, we all three of us agree on this, right? I don't know what's going on with FIFA 20, but when you give a pass, the passing is completely off.
Yeah.
Like you're like, I even told you like I wanted the ball back to this guy, and it gives it completely to the wrong person, and then it gets intercepted. And because your eye is already looking at the player that you're gonna kick the ball to, right?
And it ends up going
somewhere else. Well, now your brain has to like completely like change, and you've got to be like, oh, now I'm here. It's so frustrating.
I'm with you. I do that all the time where I'll pass the ball and like it will just pass right to the opposing player, like right in front of the goal. Like I don't know how many times. I think I've even done it in the game where you won 6-4, where I just passed the ball right to the opposing player, right in front of the box. It drives me bonkers.
And the crazy thing about it is that I have the controller, and I'm aware of it, right? I'm aware of it, so I'm like I try to push more towards where the ball I want it to end, but for whatever reason, it still goes to the wrong, to the wrong area.
So
anyways.
Funny story. I was playing Lewis, right? And then we were gonna ask you if you wanted to join and watch. So we played 2 games. In the first game, we had just started, and then you didn't respond. He called you, and then the game started going, and I started beating him. I was winning 4-1, and then you replied. You're like, hey, I can't get in. I'm like, hey, Lewis, do you want me to get João into this game? He's like, for what, dude? It's already 4-1. The game's already over.
No, it was already the second half. It was
the second half had just started.
No, but listen, the game was already done. The game was done.
So he didn't want you to watch.
No, I don't care.
Brother rivalry.
Hey, no, listen. He ended up being 4-2 or 4-3. What was the score?
4-2.
4-2, right? So it didn't matter whether he watched the second half or not. It was already done, dude. Like I was not going to come back out of that one. So, I was like, what's the point? So we asked you to watch the second game, right? And you say you're going to bed.
And he ended up winning that game too.
I wasn't going to bed. I just like right around 10 o'clock.
It was like 7.
I tried to get out of the
PM, wasn't it?
7:30, your grandma.
7:30, and we're like, "Hey, João, you want to play?" Like, no, I gotta go to bed.
Your grandma here.
I got early morning calls, man. I think
8 a.m.
After 10 p.m.
Pacific time.
I start getting sleepy, and so I think my FIFA game starts declining. So I don't want you guys to take advantage of my declining FIFA skills.
I've seen this guy play at 11:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, and I lose. I lose dramatically. I still think that Anthony only wants to play me to make him feel better that he's 35 years old and he lives with his mom. I still think that's the reason why he's like, hey, you want to play me a game? And then he wins like 7-0, and he's like, yes, I feel much better about my life.
You're a virtual bully, João.
No, he's the virtual bully. What are you talking about? He's the one who's
when you play the game. Listen, when you play the game, you like to talk smack, right? Especially
it actually
when you're
ruins.
winning.
Exactly.
You're winning.
Especially when you're winning.
So there's a joy.
I don't often win.
There's a joy in beating you.
It brings the beast out of you. You're like, I gotta beat this guy.
Like even myself, like I root for Anthony instead of you.
Well, I hope so. But if you know somebody who's going to destroy you and you're winning, there is a good feeling that goes with that. But I do think it distracts me when I go into the I stop the game to kind of text something. I need to stay focused. I won't talk smack anymore, Anthony. son of a bitch.
You can talk smack. I mean,
So do
He's
you
gonna get beat.
Anthony?
He's gonna get beat, bro.
Anthony,
Yeah.
tell us the truth. Do you do like the trainings and spend hours and hours doing that, or did you do that in your past?
not ours, but I have done the training.
Not hours, not hours. So you sit there and you do
It's like 59 minutes.
yeah, like the free kicks and stuff, and you
Mhm.
practice all those things. Yeah, so
I've done them. Yeah.
those are things I don't have patience for. I just can't.
I don't have time for
can't sit there and do training.
I had a peak.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I had a PK today, and the ball went like.
I don't know how to shoot PKs yet.
Oh, what the hell, dude? Like, I'm pressing everything down. I'm like pressing everything down, and it still goes.
For whatever reason, I can do PKs just fine, and somehow I'm also with the goalie. I'm able to kind of figure out how to do that dive just in the nick of time. I've actually had some successes there.
It's just the right.
One thing I am
Hey,
practicing is corner kick goals. So somebody taught me a
Rob.
and I posted, if you look on the Soccer Stupid Instagram story, Ronaldo gets, I finally did it. And I was like, why can't I do this against like Anthony?
Well, the thing is that
You called him
Ronaldo.
bastard. Just
Yeah.
That's right. Why can't I do this against bastards I know? Which is you guys, by the way.
And how about that and a mom? How dare you? How dare you?
But I would think that at some point I will be getting better, and Louis will get better. I think you need to stop worrying about Louis. Look at him; he wears tank tops. He can't even grow a beard. You don't need to be scared of him. Just whoop him in FIFA. He needs to be brought down a notch too, especially if he's beating.
Okay,
me. He
next time I'm gonna go all out against him.
You're gonna do it like you're gonna do focus.
Last time I played against him and he was beating me, I took my headphones off too, and I hear him talking to me, and I wasn't responding because I was concentrated in the game.
Listen, I'm courteous. Like I'm not Joao when I'm playing. Like even when I played Joao during the the challenge, I was still kind of like courteous about it, and I'm like burning inside, right? Like I'm about to explode, but I keep it cool. I keep it cool outside, but I really want to kill Joao or anyone else I lose to.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to keep it cool, especially when they get a goal. Especially if they get even like one goal. It's just like when they get that one goal on you. Like I've come back. I played a game just the other day where they scored two goals, and I'm like, I'm already. I want to do like quit, get out of the game, and I'm telling myself like stick to it. And in that game, I won 3-2 into the second half. Yeah, so just like just calm down, breathe, just stick to your game plan. You may come back.
Once Joao starts going down, you see all his players just sliding from left to right.
I feel like I don't do that as much anymore in my new calm phase.
So immature.
I try not to even run my defense anymore. Just be cool, relaxed. It's gonna be okay.
The trick to the game is that this is my trick to the game, and it seems to work for me, at least with some people. So I never use my defenders, like the back line, never use those guys. I try to use the guys like the forwards, right, to come down, like Busquets. I forgot what the other guys, Young, I think is on the other side or whatever. So I try to use those guys to come down, so that way I have more cushion. Arthur. You know what I mean? And then once the offense gets too close to the defender and I have a chance, then I'll switch it to them.
Yeah.
I noticed you did that. So what I do, I just run. The computer is they're not as smart.
No, they're not.
So then that's why when you do that, I just take off.
They'll keep you in a zone though. No, but I was gonna say they keep you in a zone, right? The zone is there. It's like a zone defense.
That's why you take off. That's why you run faster. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. So what you do is like whenever you need them at the last moment, that's when you choose the last side of your defense to help you. But otherwise, if it keeps you in front of you, then I'll keep them there.
Yeah. And that's, what, this is what I mentioned this on the podcast the other day where, I was saying that I think your brother knows when I'm not using my what do you call it? When I'm not controlling the players, I'm doing what you're doing where I just let the computer do its thing. And I told you he can tell. I said I can tell when he can tell that I'm not playing him. And he knows that the computer is not as good. I'm telling you. He said, "Oh, I don't think he's thinking about that." That proves right there that he knows. That's him right there. That he knows when it's not you playing the defense.
Yeah, because it has a little triangle on top when it shows who you're controlling.
So how do I get rid of that?
You can't. Even when you're gonna do corner kicks, you control what player. It shows you the little triangle above their head.
Oh, that's not cool.
So Anthony,
That doesn't sound
What's
fair.
that?
so the question is, in your perspective, and not being biased or anything, who's better right now, Joao right here, or Louis right here?
It's definitely Louis. I'm on a decline right now.
No, I'm talking about in
Sunderland.
general. I'm talking about not just like your past 4 games, because I've been bad too. Like I've just lost a game before we came here.
Yeah.
That doesn't give me any.
All right, Anthony, be careful with this answer because.
Be honest though. I'm not your brother.
This is the guy this is the guy who lets you win because he's afraid you're going to get too mad at him later.
I don't know. I think you guys are both the same.
That's disrespect, man. You know what? Next
I feel like you both play the same game. You guys both go off the sides and try to do a center and get a header.
No, I don't get headers. I'm not about headers, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you know what? You're right. I've done that too. I forgot, but
I go on the sides. That's my new frustrated tell when like
So then on
I can't
defense,
get a
on my
goal.
tactics,
Yeah.
on my tactics, what I'll do, I'll just widen out the defenders.
Son of a bitch. He's too smart for us. He's too smart.
he's like one step ahead of.
he notices. I don't notice like when people make any changes. I'm only focused on my play. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the trick. To start paying attention to how folks are playing and how they're adjusting their team for you.
The formations. So Anthony,
Son of a
so who
bitch.
won between you and I the last game? Who was the victorious one?
After I beat you 4-2, you beat me 2-1.
Okay.
Yeah, we just talked about that. He let you win. He let you win because he was scared that you were getting so.
No, you know what? Overall, though, he won the cup, so that's why I'm not so excited about it because he ended up getting the trophy. And where's my trophy? Damn it! He went like this to me, Joao.
There it is.
He went like this to me, Joao.
Joao, don't worry about it. Joao has seen that so many times against me.
Well, I thought you were talking about the FIFA dildo. I've seen that so many times. Anthony, it's been fantastic having you on the show, and all these years that you've been a reoccurring cast member on Soccer Stupid, the soccer podcast, and you're fired.
All right, I'll let you guys go. Good seeing you guys.
Now you can. You're a friend of the pod, and you're also still his brother, so you can join the show. And he's like, "Oh, he's crying." Guys who are just listening, he's crying. Oh.
I'll send him a
All right, man. We'll see you in the pod.
Right.
We'll see you in the FIFA world. Get back to work.
All right. See ya.
Peace out, brother.
See ya, brother.
Take care, man. All right.
That
bastard.
son of a bitch.
That bastard.
How come he's so good? How come he's so good at FIFA 20? He gave us some tips, but I feel like there's something else there. I know he practices way more than he says he was practicing, right? He said like, "Oh, not hours. But he's doing free kick challenges. He's doing like those training things, which I personally, not that I don't have the time for it. I mean, yes, you can just stay up till like 3 a.m. doing it.
Well, I don't have the patience.
Yeah, there we go.
I can't just sit there and be like over and over and over and over. Like I can't do that. Like I need action. So you know what? That's our demise, though.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if you and I continue, I don't know if I said this before the interview or at another point, but I think you and I should stop playing Anthony for a while, hone our skills until we feel like we're ready, and then boom, surprise him. Because I think if he continues, if it is good, you do get better when you play with somebody better, right? But I think he also knows our weaknesses and he uses those against us.
Well, the problem with me is that the wife, now every time we get into an argument, now that, you're playing games. So that's another issue for me now.
This is serious.
Yeah, like she doesn't know how like important it is for me to become better. She's like, "Oh, instead of like throwing the trash, you're playing video games." And I was like, "No, it's not video games. It's FIFA 20. I gotta get better."
It's different.
It hurts.
This is serious.
It hurts.
get calluses on our thumbs. Calluses.
Well, you have calluses. I got blisters. So mine gotta get. It's almost like when you're playing the guitar, right? You gotta strengthen out those.
Yeah. No. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
Prints.
Yeah. I want to bust out my guitar in the next episode. I want to play some La Bamba. No, but you're right. You're right, and it's funny because I do play like right after work. I'll try to get in there like around 6:30, 7, get a good session in for like maybe an hour, and like now like school's out. My son, he's a big video game kid, and he often gets too much screen time these days.
So wait,
I'm always going like, no, I'm always like too much screen time. Stop playing. And then like I'm playing like FIFA.
It's move over. My turn. So wait, I gotta ask, what is Julian's favorite video game?
He's really big. Apparently like Minecraft has come back.
Oh, dude, I used to play that when I was a kid.
Yeah,
yeah, dude. Man, you can't blame him though. That game is addictive. You gotta create your own land and your own protection.
Yeah. Well, he does it different. Was the big thing, which is actually I find actually kind of interesting, but it's another thing that I just don't have the patience for. Yeah, you can build all this stuff, but also they play. You build your own land world, but also you can go on these different servers and visit people, and then so him and his friends are like traveling together and different.
Wait, as
different
a team?
servers.
Or is that like
I don't have no idea what they're playing, but maybe in some cases they are. No, but like there are ones where like yes, there's one like capture the flag one on some server where you have different people in different areas, and then you have to like build bridges and steal their flag or whatever, and then they can like break those bridges. So I don't know. So but like all of his friends are in the different areas, and they can be a team. So there are like games like that. It came back in a major way.
Well, the problem is with this game is like it's endless.
Yeah.
You can go on and play for hours.
Yeah.
Because I remember that when I was younger, one of my buddies was like, "Hey man, let's play this," and I was like, "Let's sure." It's like create your your own little town and fort and whatever, and then after 30 minutes we're gonna go at it. And I mean, dude, he was a younger guy and he was into the whole gaming thing. And I was like, I just do it for fun. Every time I would play him, he would just like come with all his like freaking like airplanes and just destroy my whole town. I was like, this is such a waste of time.
Bastard.
But I get it.
But something happened was he played it when he was smaller. And then the kids were like not in it. Oh, nobody plays that anymore. But then like something happened where like now all the like the 12.
I was 40 when I was playing that already.
I never really played. And then now he's like 13, and all these like 12, 13-year-olds are like on these servers doing all these things. It's kind of crazy.
It's soccer, like it's almost like FIFA 20 in a different way. It's more like they got their own little world going on.
I don't know. My family makes fun of my FIFA 20 because it's like, isn't that a real video game? Like they think it's boring. I've always been into sports games. Like when I was a kid, yes, I played the Marios and that sort of thing. But I was also like very much into like whatever MLB game. And I've been playing like FIFA. It wasn't with like ESPN.
Same here.
I think it was I called it ESPN, EA Sports.
EA Sports.
I've been playing FIFA for forever.
Well, I used to play like Madden, the Madden.
Me too.
Football.
I
used to play MLB and
Basketball Jam.
But I feel like that you don't like I think we spoke about this earlier, where like you don't really have control of everything when it comes to like MLB or like Madden, because you give the pass and the guys will run it or whatever. But I feel like FIFA is like completely different. Every player you have control of.
Yeah.
You pass back. You can make
it's all on you.
Unless FIFA, get your thing straight, man.
Get the passing
right.
Man.
Horrible. Horrible. You gotta fix that.
Yeah. I can't tell you how often I will literally like I would just be getting the ball out of the box as a defense, and it'll just pass to the opposing player. Like I didn't point that way. I didn't tell it to do that. Why? Why did it do that? That drives me absolutely.
The most upsetting thing with me, like I said earlier, I had a game with a guy, and
or girl.
I was better than him, and he ended up scoring at the end. I was like, I'm quitting. I'm done. I was better than you. And he knows it too. Like he knew I was better than him, and somehow he got a lucky goal.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I don't rage quit, man. I'm telling you, I strongly believe I've totally come back in games where it's been like 3-0. Like they'll just score like bam, 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 and then like in the first half, and in most cases like, oh crap, I'm done. But I like to. I feel like in those games you can still like hone your skills and still work through, whatever issues, you're having.
Except if you have a lag going on in there.
A lag? Oh, yeah, lags are
if you have a lag, you're like, I'm done. Like, I feel like the minutes are running, and you're like, you're fighting a lag, and you're fighting a.
I hold off on the lags too. Because I know my bars are all the way up. So I'm praying that, especially if they're beating me, I pray that the lag is on their end.
Well, you know what? I'm thinking about switching to cable company over here or internet company. Not gonna say any names because I don't want to give credit to anybody.
Charter.
But I'm thinking about well, I don't think we have that option here. I'm in Santa Clarita. I don't think we have Charter here.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say any names because they suck too. But they're better than what I have for now.
Yeah, no, I know you were frozen the entire time you were talking right there.
Well, Anthony was telling me when I was playing him, he was like, "Hey, by the way, I have great bars, and you seem to be lagging over there." I'm like, "Yeah, makes sense."
Yeah. All I know too is I need to beat you again. Hey, when are we gonna go live? When is Sacer Stupid gonna go live on YouTube again with another beer bet? Come on, dude. Is too much pressure for you?
Okay, so wait. When do you want to have it? Oh, come on, bro. When do you want to have it? Tell me.
I've been asking you every single day, like almost every day. I keep texting you, when is Soccer Stupid going live? When's Soccer Stupid going live?
Joe, you have to understand that I don't have the flexibility that you have. So if you give me a date, I can probably work with your date. But as far as me, I'm like, my schedule, man, it's all over the place, bro. Like I don't have, I can be like, oh, let's play Friday at 9 p.m. I'm ready. I can't say that because these toddlers over here have different ideas. They're like, oh, 9 p.m.? I'm awake at 9 p.m. What's going on? So you give me a date, and I'll try my best to give them NyQuil so they can go to bed.
if you're listening, please, if you're listening. How about Thursday, June 11th? Around 9 p.m. What do you think?
Oh, tonight? No, I can't. We're going to the beach, man. I'm done. By the time we come back here, we'll be like,
yeah, you're all beach ready. You're wearing like a tank top. I can't pull off the tank tops. I don't think I used to wear them when I was like a teenager, like or younger, maybe even younger. I can't do it. Black tees for life. Black tees for life.
Believe me, when I go to the beach, I'm always reminded that I'm overweight.
Now, there are a lot of people, we don't go anywhere because we're still in the, phase 2 here. Do we?
No. Wait, you're in phase 3 over there. What are you talking about?
No. My face is on phase 3. We're just transitioning to phase 3 in California. What's the beach look like? Is the beach filled with a bunch of people?
Well, there's a lot of people there, but again, we do that whole distancing part of it. So yeah, man, there's plenty of people there. Especially we went yesterday, and there were quite a few crowd. And again, we keep away from people, and that's what recommended.
Do you point at them and yell, "Keep away"?
No, I just shake their hands. I kiss them. And then I run to my kids like, "Hey, have some of their." No, you know what?
Yeah, it doesn't make you. It doesn't make you nervous at all.
No,
not even a little bit.
No.
There's it's at the number's at 2 million cases in the United States, and there's again a surge now that things are starting to reopen again. There's an actual surge going on. I just worry about you.
No. We respect.
This is an episode of Oprah.
No.
I'm worried about you.
Let me explain to you first. I went to our biggest park right here. It's called Central Park in Santa Clarita. And in
Stolen
the
from New York.
in the playground area, they had a sign that said, "Hey, we're going by COVID-19.
Did it
We
start
want
with
people
hey?
not to be here." Yeah, something like that.
Hey,
Louis, hey Louis. So then, you know what? I was mature enough to be like, "Hey, we can't be here, so we're gonna go to the other areas where there's not people." So no, I do obey. I do like I tell all the like sometimes I tell my wife, I'm like, hey, you know what? If there's a sign there that says that we can't be there, I'll abide by it, by it, and then go somewhere else. But as far as the beach
Yeah,
right now,
yeah,
it's pretty much open, but you still gotta keep your space,
yeah.
which we try to do. And I think we know we've done a great job. Our kids are still healthy.
Oh God, you make me nervous. This is why you're not allowed in my house.
I want to hug you.
Well, you're going to the beach today, so you're going to have to wait 14 days after today.
I'm gonna give you a.
hug.
Okay, I'm not going to the beach because I want to hug you.
Oh man, so I think this has actually been a fantastic episode. We did talk about FIFA 20 a lot. Next week is going to get exciting because guess what, Louis? Guess what? Guess what? We're actually going to be able to talk about Manchester City versus Arsenal.
Do it.
That's going to be interesting. So what do you think? Like, do you think they're going to have, again, like, preseason legs? You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to be in their mid-season form because, like, 3 months have been, like, mostly they've been on lockdown. Yes, of course, they've been training in their houses and their homes, the large homes and stuff, and I'm sure they've had, they've been keeping it active, but, like, it's nothing like playing,
Competition.
2 games a week, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, what do you expect to see here?
Dude, I'm looking forward to see what like we talk about changing the game, right? We're talking about it's going to be a new norm. I wonder if like Pep Guardiola has like done something to them, be like, hey, send an email or text like, hey, guys, we gotta keep active. We gotta keep doing this. We gotta keep doing that.
Yeah.
So I think that game is going to tell us a lot about the new norm.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to see the changes and the new ways because it's a completely different world right now.
Yeah. I'm very interested. And it's exciting because we'll be able to talk about it. Our show is back next Thursday. Back.
We're real material.
We're not just talking about soccer documentaries and
or FIFA 20. Or interviewing people and
which we will continue to do. And actually, that's a good point you brought that up. That if there's soccer podcasts out there who are interested in being on the show, promoting your show, just have a conversation with another soccer podcast because you're lonely like us. Hit us up. We're on IG, which is Instagram for the kids. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter.
FB.
DM on Facebook. FB for the kids. Soccer Stupid Podcast at gmail.com. There's a phone number somewhere. I don't know what the hell that is. But hit us up because we'd love to chat. It's your phone number. It goes back to you. We'd love to chat with other soccer podcasts. That's like, I'm always interested in what people's process is, especially continuing a podcast when there aren't live games. What are you doing? So hit us up because we love to chat with you. Am I right, Louis?
Wait, I gotta say, where's Rob? 90 minutes extra time.
He's still out there.
Video game. I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh yeah. I listened to his. We give him a shout out every pod. Yeah, I think he needs to start giving. If he makes any money from his podcast, I think he needs to give us like 15% of it. What do you think, Louis?
Yeah, I think so. Hey, Rob, come on, man.
No, but I actually listened to his last podcast, 90 plus extra time, and I think he's doing a lot of moving. He's got a new house. He's trying to figure out a lot of stuff.
Right.
So he hasn't had a lot of FIFA 20 time.
Well, I heard also he had a flat tire going.
Yeah, and then his.
So hopefully you're okay, Rob.
But in his last episode, I forgot to bring this up in our interview with your brother VAR, Anthony, that Rob was talking about how VAR had destroyed him in FIFA 20. Don't worry, Rob.
Rob is in our team. Practice.
You'll be able to beat him. It'll be great. Like in 1 week, all three of us beat VAR. What would that do to Anthony? It's like self-esteem. If like all three of us were able to beat him in one game. I'm telling you right now, the day that I beat him, I'm going to retire from ever playing with him. Just to ruin his life. Like I'll win, and then I'm like, and every time he's like, "Come on, let's play again, rematch." I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
No, you know what? Go find a girlfriend.
I promise I will do that. I promise. All right, Louis. Thank you for not making fun of my mustache too much, and I think you should grow one. I think you should shave this.
Come on, go somewhere over here. Next time it's gonna be like charcoal right here. Like, oh, what's up, Joel? What you got?
Do it. I think it's fantastic. But I think it was a great episode, and I can't wait till episode 53. Man, we're just every day, every week, just climbing. Eventually, it's gonna be like episode 1000. Keeps going up. Keep going up. All right, man. Be safe. Have fun at the beach. And maybe I'll see you at FIFA20 later.
I'll send you some photos and videos of the beach.
Do it.
And I love you, brother. Take care of yourself.
You too, man. Be safe. Wear a mask. Right. Wear a mustache.
And cover.
All right, man.
Peace. Peace out.